was on TikTok live, and a fellow Trump supporter said that all he needed was my vote. I'll never be part of the MAGA family, and that I'm black, I'll never be accepted, but he just got my vote. Nah, that's crazy. Like, I love MAGA Nation, I love the MAGA family, and that breaks my heart.
MAGA Nation, MAGA family. Bro, you're just. What do you mean, MAGA Nation and MAGA family? This is just a nigga that you voted for. How is this your whole personality? These niggas treat this shit like it's sports teams or something. I ain't never heard a nigga be like, yo, I'm so disappointed. Like, I thought I was part of the Kamala Nation or the Obama Nation. Like, nigga, what? What the fuck? You some type of freak or something?
That someone would speak to me like that right after the election, that all I was a vote?
Yes.
Nah, I love all you guys, and I know most of you MAGA family members are not racist, and I love you guys, and I'll keep repping MAGA Nation.
Most of the MAGA Nation are not racist. Quincy, what percentage of Trump supporters you think are racist?
Most of them, 99%.
I think that I feel like even if they don't admit it, like you know what I mean?
I mean, just based off like the shit he was saying before he got in the office to get in the office, like, come on now.
Like you heard the shit that he was saying, and you was like, yeah, let's vote this again. Then you not only did you hear the shit that he said, and you're like, yeah, we're gonna vote this again. But you heard the shit that the people who also support him were saying that we're gonna vote for him, like the Klans members and shit. And you thought you were on the correct side. Like if you're ever in doubt, or if you're on the right side of history, look at the people surrounding you. You know, like if you're surrounded by a whole bunch of fucking Nazis and right wing extremists and shit, you're probably not on the right side. You know, is that crazy to say, Quincy? Like, I don't know.
No.
Like maybe you can do a little bit of self reflection at the very least.
24, but that really broke my heart that some guy would say that. Extremely heartbroken.
That brother right there is too far gone. Now today we're gonna do a deep dive into black conservatives. Now I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I am very new to this political thing. I just learned out what a conservative was. I just learned out what a liberal is. Bear with me. I was seeing some people in my comments talking about you're pushing far left agenda. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Far left agenda. I happen to know quite a lot about black conservatives. They're the number one on the op list. I'm not even gonna lie. I hate them more than I hate like fucking Balrogs. And I do not like Balrogs. But
I'm just pro-black. Anything that helps my people, I'm supporting it. And as I was doing research, I did note that like some of the left ideas like agree with what I'm saying, and the conservative ideas is just like bullshit. It ain't got nothing to do with pro-blackness. So no. Now the first black conservative that I want to discuss is Officer Tatum. He's a huge conservative YouTuber that pulls in massive views. And one thing that I've noticed is that if you're a black person and you're a conservative and you make videos degrading black folks, you gonna be making that bread.
You think the CIA planted drugs in our communities?
They didn't make you sell it.
Do you think they?
No. I agree. They.
Is that the hill you want to die on, nigga?
Do you think they burned down
stories of how
black
the CIA,
businesses? Do you know what Black Hollywood is?
Let's go one at a time. I've heard stories that the CIA planted drugs in the inner city communities. Not every black community, but in some. They still don't make you go and sell drugs to your brother, do they?
You didn't have to sell it. I mean, he is right.
He is right in the aspect of you didn't have to make them sell it. But at the same time, when you're trying to eat and provide for your family, and the option is you're on the street with your family because you can't get a job for whatever reason and selling drugs, I feel like a lot of niggas will sell drugs. Am I crazy for that? White people will sell. That's how a lot of people sell drugs. Some people do the shit just for the money, but some people, they just fell on hard times, and that was the only option other than being fucking homeless. Especially when you got fucking kids, you know, or you got a family to provide for. Like if I put you in a dire situation and the only other option I give you is something that's gonna be self-destructive or harmful to someone else, it's like, how can I blame you for picking the option that's gonna help you self-preserve yourself?
Right, I ain't gonna lie. All jokes aside, man,
survival is survival at the end of the day. And I mean, survival is survival. That, like, what's it called? Shit only works in modern society. But when you put people in survival situations, they're gonna do whatever it takes to survive.
Because this nigga was all like, yo, like, yeah, maybe CIA did plant drugs in the black community, but who sold it? And I'm like, listen, when you got kids or a family and you fell on hard times, and the only other option is being on the street, guess what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna sell drugs. That's not just a black
Let's
thing.
not forget that they stopped Don't forget they stopped black people from getting loans. They didn't just give us drugs. They stopped us from getting loans. They broke when niggas had money. They broke down their houses and built ghettos, so
That's
they
what I'm
wouldn't
saying.
have shit.
You
and
put
have body
niggas in
property.
dire situations, then you give them one option, and that option is something that's self-destructive or gonna fuck everyone else over. And you get like, then you blame them for picking that only other option. And when like, did you really give them a choice? Is what I'm saying. If the other choice, like, if the choice is like, sell drugs or perish. Like,
there's no jobs
it.
in the neighborhood. Everything's run down to the ground. The government redlined the area. Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Exactly
I'm not advocating
said.
selling drugs, but why even do something as evil as tempting people like that? Like, it's like tempting a person that's starving with a little bit of bread. Like, they're going to get it.
Whites are more likely to commit crimes against children. Whites are more likely to commit crimes against co-workers. Whites are more likely to commit crimes against individuals who are inside of their families. Now, that is...
Now, when he says all this, watch this coon ass nigga be like, listen, that's just someone, the individual. I would be surprised if he did.
Also from FBI.gov, but are you using that as a pretext? Are you using that as a pretext to follow all white people and think that they are child molesters or about to commit a crime against
you're trying to, the FBI statistics are on conviction rates.
Arrests. That whole 1350 shit was about arrests.
The FBI homicide statistics.
No, it is not, brother. You need to read damn
people
stats.
can go out and do the research.
Not based on conviction rates,
People can go out and do the research for themselves.
They sure can.
It's really disrespectful to call this nigga a brother. He is not one of those.
That I've seen, the homicide rates, you could call it the murder or homicide rates, depending on how you want to frame it, are convictions. So
So as you can see, he's just following up the racist, white supremacist ideology that black people commit more crime. I've already did a video on this topic, but I'm going to leave the article down below where you can see that it says arrest, not convictions. It's crazy that he has this huge platform but can't do the proper research to see that his fallacy is wrong. Now we off Tatum, man. It's time to move on to the next.
It's not even about fallacies or none of that shit. These niggas know they're wrong. They just want to make money. Some of these niggas are just playing a character and make money, and some of these niggas generally deal with self-hate, and that's it. It's just self-hate, or maybe it's a combination of both.
Back home, Rob Smith. Now off the bat, look, don't tell me I'm lying. He looks just like Tom from the Boondocks, bro.
He does look like Tom from the Boondocks, but don't disrespect Tom from the Boondocks for comparing this. Like, that's the crazy. Tom from the Boondocks was not a coon. Like, I would die on that hill. This nigga was not a coon, bro.
Black fatigue is real. Everybody is tired of black people, but it's two specific types of black people that everyone is tired of. Number one, everybody is tired of loud, ghetto, and ratchet, and violent, and mean, and angry all the time. Everybody is tired of them. Nobody wants to deal with them. Even other black people do not want to deal with these people. You know when you see them in public, you know when they're gonna give you attitude at the CVS. Everybody knows it and they want to avoid it. The second group of black people that everybody is tired of.
Nigga, you're walking around like the whitest, most safe. There are no black people living in this damn neighborhood. If you make as much money as I think you do from grifting, which I know there's a lot of money in that, you do not live around no damn black people be complaining about like every single time you see some black people. Like it's a fucking common occurrence. You probably see more white people acting ignorant in your day-to-day life than you see black people doing it. But you probably don't think anything of it. You probably think, oh, that's just some jackass.
Is this sort of like fake?
There was that one girl working at pizza. She was like the most ghetto person ever. She talked black and but she was like a ghetto, like she was like the most ghetto person ever. And she was the first one to be like, well, you people being the most ignorant nigga there. Like, everyone there just did their job and act like a normal person. She would sit there being loud and acting ghetto.
Bro.
And then said something about you people. It's crazy.
Y'all should have packed her out. I'm not gonna lie.
I wasn't there that day. The other black guy pressed her.
Like I said, being ghetto is just exclusive to black people. In the sense that we're the main ones that get hit with that shit. You know? Like, if you're white and you're loud and ignorant, you don't get hit with that. or like people just don't care as much. They're more willing to look over.
Who kind of like walks around telling everybody how they're supposed to think or
anytime I see a black person making black fatigue videos, it just screams pick me. For one, that is not what black fatigue means. Even if you acted like a black person and not an N-word, they would still view you the same. And if you don't believe me, check.
It's true. Look at the MAGA nigga from the beginning of the video. But yeah, the first time I heard black fatigue wasn't even from all this bullshit that white people in the coons adopted. It was from the black woman that made that book. Now, if that isn't like the whitest shit ever, to like take a term made by a black person and make it a derogatory term for black people, like that is the whitest shit ever.
But that's like when fucking what's it called? When fucking Kendrick said "not like us," right?
Mm-hmm.
And that white guy called you a culture vulture
because I didn't
like he said.
I didn't like it. I said his verse was alright. I said Eminem's verse was alright, and he didn't have the best verse on the song.
Mainly listen to music. You're just a culture vulture.
Like you don't even listen to rap music like that. Yeah, it's a culture vulture. Like bitch, like what the fuck you think I grew up on? But no, like that was one, being a culture vulture in my own culture. Crazy. That was one, but I was gonna say like the whole woke thing. Right now, when I first heard the word woke, I was not thinking about fucking liberals, no feminists, none of that shit. When I first think of woke, and people have co-opted in different ways even before that, I think of that nigga with the dashiki, talking about the evils of the white man and talking about how we need to rise up against the oppressor and shit. That's what I think of when I think of woke. Basically, people who fight against systemic racism or whatever. Everybody had a different introduction, and that was a long time ago. That's the way that term was originally used. It was to be politically conscious, I'm pretty sure, or in some way warrior the fashion. Not where the fuck this is now, which is just anything that isn't white. If it ain't white, it ain't right.
Check out this video right here of Rob, bro. This is what the people he support did to him.
Is this nigga a homosexual? Oh, he might be a homosexual. So you're a gay, conservative homosexual talking about some Nick Fuentes. And you're Nick Fuentes dick rider? We just need to get you up out of here, man. You're confused and it's sad. No way you don't wake up every single day in pain.
No, he doesn't.
So much self-hatred going on. And look at this white dude by hit this nigga because he said Nick Fuentes likes gay sex. Didn't Nick Fuentes get caught in femboy porn or something? Did he went on a date with a femboy?
These white supremacists absolutely do exist in this party. We all saw me face them from face to face. I'm looking at soulless, dead-eyed white supremacists that, by the way, I felt that these people could have bashed my brains in had they gotten the chance.
You see what I mean, bro? If you're black, it don't matter. You could be conservative all you want. They still look at you as a nigga. We're gonna move on from Rob, man. Hopefully this situation woke him up. It didn't, by the way. He's still making videos trashing black folks.
Like at this point, like I said, I don't know if it's just self-hatred or it's just the grift just makes too much money. It could be a combination of both. But no matter how many times white people spit on and step on black conservatives and show them that we don't give a fuck about you, you still a nigga, they just keep on crawling back,
The next set of conservatives I want to talk about are the Hodge twins. And man, bro, I used to really watch their content when I was young. And I would have never thought they turned out this way. And if we're being honest, I always felt that they would pivot to maybe doing movies or just doing something big because they always had that personality. Maybe around...
Bro, they're fucking hell. They could have been streamers or something. They're generally fucking hilarious. They would have been old as fuck for streaming, but look at Rampage.
2016, 17, I believe once Trump started running, they turned into full conservative YouTubers. They seen that them talking down on black folks brings in the cash. Now, I know everybody heard about this situation of the all-white town in Arkansas.
I'm gonna be honest,
the Hodge twins did a reaction to it. This is what they had to say.
I'm gonna be honest, with the Hodge twins, it's maybe these niggas are coons, but I want to know they believe the shit that they be saying.
To be honest, I don't want to live in the United States of America if it's not majority white. Once it becomes majority non-white, Man, it's gonna be a much different country. It's gonna be a much different country.
That's crazy.
Well, that's just a fact. If you
would you want to live in the United States of America if it became majority non-white, Quincy? You think it would go downhill?
No, I mean it might get worse depending on who fucking takes it, because everyone dick rides and is just as racist. So I think for black people it'd be just about the same.
That's a reasonable take. They just pick up where the white people left off, basically.
Essentially,
that's reasonable.
If you just look at voting statistics, how ethnicities other than white vote, this country would be totally different.
So it would be totally different, and it would be totally better if we're going based off of voting statistics, assuming that if white people weren't the majority, people just remained the same way, like politically.
Well, I understand the fear of white people want to live in a country that's majority non-white. I understand that fear wholeheartedly, because I don't want to live in a country that's majority non-white, because it would systematically change our country.
Hell yeah, America need to stay white. Yeah. Well, guess what, y'all? The Hodge twins hit up the owner on Twitter. He said, "Hey, Arville, I know your community is whites only, but could you make an exception for 2 Negroes? We're not even full sub-Saharan Look, I promise I'm not slow. We're not even full sub-Saharan. We're over 40% white." Y'all want to know what Arvo?
Nigga said 40% white. Like, nigga, you're 60% black. You're a fucking hard ER. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I said, God bless the Hodge twins. But no.
Hell no. Stay your black ass over there, nigga.
Listen, no matter how much you tap dance, you gonna still be a nigga. You could be in the house, but you still gonna be a nigga.
They wouldn't even let their black ass in the house. They want nothing to do with them. Like, what do you not understand?
Before LBJ passed those policies. Yes, brother, we can vote without the threat of LBJ.
In the house, but you still gonna be a nigga.
Better off as black people now than we were before LBJ passed those policies.
We better off as black people now. Like, in what manner?
Yes, brother, we can vote without the threat of violence. Are you talking about the Civil Rights Act of 1964? Is that what you're describing as a negative thing? I'm not saying the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was. I'm talking about. That's LBJ. I just want to be clear. That's LBJ who you said, were we better off before LBJ? LBJ signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964. I'm talking about the war on poverty. I just want to answer that one. I want to answer that specific one first. Was the Civil Rights Act of 1964 bad thing? I agree with the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Thank you. But at the same time, I'm also, put like this, I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. I don't know what that means.
I prefer dangerous freedom over. The fuck does that mean?
I'd rather deal with the dangerous freedom of not knowing and controlling people with policies as much as possible versus the peaceful slavery of being married and tied to the government.
Big shout out to the interviewer, man. I don't know how he held his composure. His name is Garrison Hayes, by the way. Amazing speaker, man. I want to get on his level one day, bro. Like,
but I remember I watched one of this nigga's videos talking about like why there's so many black atheists or some shit, and he talked about how if God was real, he hates black people and some shit, or like he's like the white man's God because he watched black people suffer. Then in the next sentence, he proceeded to say that he was a Christian and he was talking like black Christians talking about the subject. I was just so confused. Like, how could you see all that shit and be like, yeah, but like praise God.
Hey, he's the GOAT. But that's gonna be the video, man. I hope y'all enjoy, bro. I just want to say y'all have been going so crazy on this channel. It's almost gonna be a month since I made this channel, and man, we almost at 3,000 subscribers, bro. Last week was at like 50 subscribers. So, man, bro, I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support. I made this channel because I was seeing so many black conservatives. That's what they was, just talking so crazy on the black community because it's so profitable. But guess what, man? We finna turn it up. I'm a young black man. I'm getting into everything. I'm new to this politics stuff, but it's interesting to me, and I love it, bro. I love it, man. Shout out to all my ancestors. Shout out to the Malcolm X's. Shout out to the Marcus Garvey. Shout
out Malcolm X.
Shout out to the Fred Hampton. Shout out to the MLKs, bro. I ain't gonna say.
I only partially shout out MLK. I don't know. I need to do a full deep dive on MLK like I did of Malcolm X. Maybe I'll change my opinion. Because with Malcolm X, I didn't really necessarily have a positive or negative opinion on Malcolm X. But I had a more positive opinion on him after I did like a whole deep dive on like his whole history, like biography. I've not done that with fucking Martin Luther King. Like I only know what like we was taught in the history book. What I've heard, I don't know. That shit still like blows my mind. I always think it glazed white people so much.
Say I'm on y'all level, man, but I see y'all vision. I'm trying to push my people in the right way. You know what I'm saying? I love it, man. But look, I ain't gonna yap too much. If y'all want to see something similar to this, go check out me breaking down why Black Americans commit the most crime. Yeah, they do. Go check that video out. Hell yeah.
That's bait.
Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. And hey, if you want to be a part of something truly special, join the Discord and become one of the sock cults. Yes, you heard that right. Also, you'll get updates on when he goes live on Twitch or updates on new videos, so don't miss out. Thank you!